Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Manassas campaign for you. Our first round is going to be the Cooke's Countercharge, and then I'm pretty sure they're switching sides for round number 2 on the Bloody Lane. Before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So, our regiments for today, on the CSA side, you have the Missouri State Guard, Mississippi Brigade, Colquitt's Brigade, Sussex Brigade, 6th Louisiana, 10th Tennessee, 5th Virginia, and I Corps, whereas on the Union side you got Corn Brigade, Iron Brigade, 10th United States, Pennsylvania Army, 12th Virginia, 5th New Hampshire, and Jackson's Division. I will also note it is another fun night for the Manassas campaign. Head of the campaign was out for the night, and so they are going to hopefully continue the campaign next week. But of course, you never know until it happens. Our actual server pop for today is 278. In balance right now is 6 towards the Union side. Union has artillery, and they're taking 14 on it. CSA doesn't have artillery. So with that all being said, our infantry in balance is 8 towards the CSA side. Frontline reporters for today, representing our Union campaign side, you have Tactical Potato from the Jackson's Division, and then on the opposite side, our CSA side, you got Archer from the 6th Louisiana. Appreciate these guys so we can see what's going on the ground while also seeing what is going on in the sky. So, Cooke's Countercharge, it was originally a 37% ticket advantage to the attacking CSA side. However, in the recent update a couple days ago, the developers have made it so that the defenders have 15% more tickets. So now the imbalance is 22% in favor of the attacking side. And even if it is a huge ticket swing, of course, we'll see how things kind of play out. But CSA does not need to change their game plan. They just need to be aggressive, charge the Union out, push them out of this initial defensive line like they like to hold, and just keep pushing them back. Sure, Union has this first initial line, as mentioned, that they like to hold. They have a second defensive line that they like to hold behind the point. It doesn't look like a lot, but you can definitely aid yourself down here. And then lastly, if Union needs to, they can fall back here to the graveyard or behind their main spawn in the forest. CSA's just got to kind of throw them out, and they're hard hitting this Union left side. Union kind of responding. You got the 10th US shifting over to engage with them.
God damn it. I am not taking the blame for that.
And I mean, the whole CSA team, you got 2 flags moving up. Looks like a good portion of Sussex Brigade alongside I Corps charging in here. And they could get a chance to get a Union flag here, and they do. So nice little push from CSA side. That Union group got pretty strung out. You got a lot of CSA, not a lot, but a fair amount sitting back, just kind of shooting it out with the Union on the right side. This Union defense, you got Corn Brigade holding down the far right, with 5th New Hampshire more towards the center. Near point, you got 12th VA holding strong, and then you got a mix of guys there. Looks like Iron Brigade and JD shifting back, trying to adjust to the CSA movement. CSA just moved right around the Union. Union didn't really have much there for it. The weapons of each side, action started right away, so I would say this normally earlier, but Union, they got the 20th Pennsylvania with the Springfield 61. They got the 52nd New York as well with the Enfield. CSA, on the other hand, they've got the 3rd Arkansas with the option of the Enfield with the Springfield 42, so Buck and Baugh, and the 27th North Carolina, so they have the Enfield, Springfield 55, and the 42s as well. So CSA can load up on Buck and Baugh shotguns, which are very good. Very, very good. Might not be as good as they used to, but they're still pretty effective. For those of you who don't know, it used to be, so it shoots just like a shotgun, right? A bunch of pellets go off in a main round. The pellets used to kill at any range, but they changed it to where it wouldn't kill past 33 yards. Instead, it only wounds. So it's still effective in that way, but obviously you can't kill someone. So already starting a round, it's a 4th of a morale stage difference already. And it looks like Cooke's is always going to be Cooke's. I mean, the only way that Union wins this map, even before this ticket change, is CSA has to play a conservative match, meaning very slowly. Just sitting back and shooting like they are over here. Just imagine the whole CSA team doing that, though. They have to do that. That's step 1 for Union. Step 2 is CSA has to early cap. so that Union can retake the point and regain their tickets and kind of play this fine line till the end of the match, and then they got to play well and eventually take the win there. So I will note also, it was kind of surprising to see Union take so many in artillery. As we kind of saw, the Union artillery was one of the first things that CSA charged out. And they try to roll a gun or so back, which they do have a gun. I don't know if it looks like they got a case on as well. However, you got I-Corps guys with a nice angle on that. So Union's kind of fallen back to this third defensive line, bypassed the second one, and they're holding in that graveyard. And then you also got guys starting to move this way as well. JD's kind of in this middle no man's land, maybe just trying to use that straight fence as cover. But Union may or may not have difficulties getting that flag back. Meanwhile, center side of the map, you got the artillery, who tried so hard to roll this gun back, might be killed in a second. I won't be surprised if a couple of these guys get off the artillery. You'll see sometimes Union likes to take a lot of arty at the beginning of the round, just so they can try to roll the guns back. And then once they do, they will switch to infantry because they usually can't get a whole lot of guns back.
Time to get
independent fire.
I don't know if this is just me, but the game looks different since the update. Something just feels different. I know the weather changed, but... and the grass got shorter, however. But 8th Ohio, the Skirmishers, and 5th New Hampshire trying to hold off the 6 LA guys, part of 2 Corps here, doing that. But outside of that, again, most of the Union's backing up. Union's starting to play a little aggressive role. These officers can only chat in the in-game text chat, which showed up on the bottom left there, or they can talk to each other in-game. But this is a push here from JD and 10th US, trying to potentially get their flag back. Maybe try to regain some ground, but CSA is going to love this regardless because ticket loss is ticket loss, and CSA already has a huge lead.
Thank you for saving me, goddamn.
blow him down, blow him down.
CSA, they just got to protect those flags, which a couple of Union guys getting that little flank there. Nicely done there.
Kill that flag bearer.
Whether it be a couple of guys or a whole regiment doing an end around. Always a pretty good thing to do. So, Union gets a good wipe there. Took a little ticket hit, obviously. CSA did as well. CSA up about a third of a stage. But, good little coordinated charge there from Union. Very well on their part. So, that CSA flag is down. Unless CSA outright charges out, they're probably not getting back. It's a 5-minute despawn timer. And, I mean... this is as great of a start as you can expect for the CSA side. They just went around the Union side and it just kind of happened. Right? There's not really a good defensive position for the Union on this side of the map. They do have the hay bales, right? They're a visual cover. They don't actually stop bullets. So, really a perfect round from CSA, and we are even seeing this ticket imbalance as, despite it being one of the larger ticket imbalance fixes of 15%, it's not really affecting a thing at all. And that's not really a surprising thing. So, it'll be intriguing to see. I mean, what's our server pop at? I mean, we're at 290, which is pretty large, all things considered. You almost wonder what happened on a smaller pop server. Probably the same thing, but this has always been one of those overly CSA biased maps, so... With that all being said, Union's about to drop to engage. Looks like CSA finally shot off the Union over there. And so at this point, I won't be surprised. It could be a shootout for the rest of the round. I mean, CSA's had a great start to the round. You generally want to hit the defender down to engage by the 30-minute mark. And I mean, Union's about to hit that 4 or so minutes ahead of their schedule. And, or they could just outright charge, right? You still have this side of the map, which Union's still trying to fiercely defend on that front. And again, they could charge this hay bale, although, I mean, there's a lot of Union at this point, unlike the last time we saw.
We can bait him back to the def lane, back by spawn here.
So, Those skirmishers at least trying to hold that. CSA is a whole front. Sometimes also on top of going around to this side, CSA will like to come down this road and then turn to face this way and flank the Union. A lot of Union already dudes sitting there not doing anything.
Snake fence. Yep.
You got 11, which 3 less than the beginning, but I mean, you know, you can make an argument that, oh, the artillerymen, you know, they're at least shooting their guns. These guys aren't doing anything. They're just sitting here. I know they're trying to wait to get their guns back, but you're not getting your guns back unless Union pushes them off the ground, which they're not going to do. No reasonable Union team would do that.
I'm not gonna. I can't do anything.
Is this 100 meters or 200 meters we're firing at?
170, I'd say.
30th, break your load, sprint left, let's go!
So Union drops down to engage. And CSA's got about a third of a morale stage lead. So, I mean, at this point, CSA's got all the options in the world. They just shouldn't early cap unless they need to, which a need to would be they're running out of time and Union's like sitting back in those reserve positions. So, I mean, based on how this round has kind of gone already, I know it's a small sample size, but I mean, even with the pass, watching this map, you can maybe argue that the ticket balance needs to be condensed even more.
Ready to move out, regulars. Make sure bayonets on. Get your loads like that. 0. Charge! Go!
And, you know, they're doing the impossible. My goodness. JD, 10th US. Getting a little aggressive here. JD going more towards the center. 10th US going out to the left side here. And it looks like JD just trying to spread out things a little. Looks like you got more Union starting to bring this way. Union's trying to retake the ground. Really ballsy move here from the Union side. This is something you don't ever see. But it feels like Union might feel like they don't have any other choice, which they have other choices. But we'll see how it goes for them. Union brought up flags as well, meaning they're trying to take the ground, and Union's getting swept through. Good flag discipline from whoever that flag bearer is. Union's going to get ran through, though. Good job by Scum there. Saw the situation, reacted quickly. Meanwhile, you got Union seeing that the friendlies went in. Don't blame 12th VA here, bringing good numbers, too. They're trying to assist the artillerymen going up as well. Trying to get their guns. Meanwhile, some CSA are still trying to charge through and maybe get those flags down, but it looks like they won't be able to. So, 12th VA trying, but they're unfortunately going to die and lose a lot of tickets for their team. It's almost a half morale. It's more than a half. It's like 2/3 of morale stage difference right now. And those artillery guys are not going to do much again. Those poor guys. And that's 2 Union flag. Oh, and 1, sorry. I manifested this other one being down. I thought it would. You would think it would in the situation. Normally flag bearers are very... They don't react, which... Because normally they're very inconsistent. They'll like sit there and watch the charge happen and then just stand there, and then they'll start retreating and then stop after like 5 seconds, turn around and look. And if you're flag bearer and you start retreating, don't stop. Keep moving. There's no reason to ever come back to the fight if you think you're about to lose it. I would say it is much better to play safe and potentially not win a charge because you left with the flag early versus the opposite where you lose a flag in a charge. Now, obviously, those type of decisions can impact the round, and flag bearers have an important role in those moments, but in most instances, that would be the case. So, Union forcing CSA to engage at least. You know, one good thing on their part. And they are starting to turtle. Now you do got some Union up here. They are deflated slightly though. It doesn't really look like it, but they a little bit are. You got some Union holding really far back over here as well. Union trying to get CSA to early cap because they want Union one, right? They got 20.5 minutes. It's a lot of time, right? But if Union sits back here, CSA might not be able to kill enough of them to get them down to breaking within the next 28.5 minutes. Is it likely? Probably. But you never know, right? And CSA might get impatient. And if that happens, CSA will early cap, and then Union will have a chance to retake the point. If they do that, then they can regain. Let's say CSA instantly capped the point right now, and Union instantly retook. Union would go up to the percentage of tickets that the attacking CSA is at because they're down. So Union would regain now 3/4 of a morale stage in an instant. So Union, I like the turtle. They have to do it. You got to give a reason for CSA to capture the point. I don't like Iron Brigade moving out here. Again, they're maybe trying to get nice shots, but as long as you are out here on the field, you're giving CSA a reason to not early cap, and because CSA will only early cap if they can't get kills on you. And they're getting kills on you right now, or at least they think they can.
I feel like I'm about to die.
Part of this is a mental game as well. Granted, this is still a really hard map for Union, and if anything, you could argue that ticket imbalance change needs to be more drastic.
Hey, if you guys shoot me, you're gay.
So, well, that's the thing too, is that you don't always see CSA play like this at the best per se, but at least in my opinion, tickets need to be balanced on what is considered the best to play, and that's really hard, right? Union hasn't played bad. I mean, you could argue that full team charge out there was bad, but I mean, CSA played aggressive and they pushed through them. Now, maybe Union could have more tickets, but maybe just Union wanted to try something new, see if it worked, and if it didn't, then they would turtle. I mean, Union still has a whole morale stage, a little over that too, before they hit breaking and CSA can cap and win. However, so maybe it wasn't as bad, but maybe that's what the play was for Union, is Union was like, we're down on tickets already. We probably want CSA to early cap at some point. Maybe let's charge and see if it works or not. If it doesn't, oh well, we'll be down a bunch of tickets and we'll just try to force an early cap. We have enough of a buffer before we hit breaking to where we can afford kind of some losses. Because sometimes you'll see like a defender team will get very close to breaking and then they'll start turtling. And it's like, why are you turtling at this point? You have barely any tickets left before you hit breaking. You'll probably eventually hit it, and then your opponents can cap and win. And turtling is hiding back here, which there seems to be a little bit of inconsistency from the Union side here. JD, 10th US starting to push up now. I don't know why. You got 30th Ohio sitting about as far back as you can on this map. I can go a little further, but they're pretty far back and they're deflated as well. You got some respawns there. And then 12th VA, 8th Ohio, Iron Brigade, 5th New Hampshire. It's like there's a bit of confusion going on with Union. You either got a full team turtle or you all got to engage in fighting. You can't play this middle ground or else CSA is going to charge you like this and probably defeat you in detail. And if they don't defeat you in the charge, my goodness, they're going to get kills on you. And CSA doesn't care about their losses. They're up by a whole morale stage at this point. Why would they care? Anyways, Sussy Brigade charging in. Union falling back pretty quickly off that initial position. Some trying to hide back, and they went over and now are instantly going back. So Union drop now to taking losses. And it's again, what's the point of pushing up here as Union?
Pull back to graveyard, back to graveyard.
And you can, you just heard they're falling back. What was the point of it?
Back to the graveyard, boys.
I mean, they're probably trying to, like, oh, CSA's not here. We can maybe push up there and get a nice couple shots on the CSA. But CSA know you're there, and just like they did, they're either going to charge you out or sit there and shoot you. Regardless, CSA knows they can still engage and kill you, and they're not going to early cap. It's a kind of similar thing on this side, right? Sure, Union is held further back, but CSA is still engaging. And maybe Union's not trying to turtle per se, but it looks like some of their team is. Well, not anymore. At least those guys are back too. But the only shot Union has at this point is through a team effort trying to charge and defeat CSA in detail by playing aggressive. Sitting and shooting is not going to work for you over the long run. CSA's got buck and ball, which is to their advantage. I'm sure you got to aim a little higher, but it's still to their advantage. And in shootouts over the long run, there's so many variables that it's generally a 1-to-1 trade in kills, meaning a 1-to-1 trade in tickets. And since the attackers have a lot more tickets than the defenders, especially on this map, usually it's going to hurt the defenders in terms of a percentage a lot more than the attackers. But regardless, we'll see how it kind of goes. Union's really heading, trying to get behind the CSA team entirely. And so 6LA backs off of that pretty quickly. Some CQB guys are with them. But I'm intrigued to see here what 30th Ohio. You got 5th New Hampshire with them. Some Iron Brigade guys. 2nd Wisconsin moving in as well. And I wonder if Union's trying to make a drastic move to get CSA flags down. But they got to move quick. CSA is going to be able to eventually see him. And I mean, 6LA did come back here, so they have alerted their friendlies who are already starting to turn this way.
Into the car, 6LA.
And so, if Union just goes over here to sit and shoot, I don't know what the point of coming over here is. Or maybe plans changed.
Banners.
So Union's starting to push forward. Only one flag here.
Hold your line.
Gentlemen, lead them dry, boys.
And CSA, rightly so, is going to try to push him out, and they should be able to just because they have all their flags, or at least 2 of them in the vicinity.
Oh, watch your friendlies, boys. Watch your friendlies.
And it's, again, only part of the Union pushing up here.
Damn it, I don't have a load.
So you got that going on. Meanwhile, CSA have completely backed off of this right side. They're going to go reinforce their friendlies here, which again is a good idea. Defeat in detail is the best thing you can do in this game, and CSA is doing that.
Fucking charge! Charge you motherfuckers!
Come take your medicine.
Huzzah!
Hold right
Yeah.
here.
Yes, it is.
Watch on the left, watch on the left.
Yeah, Sam.
What's the right? What's the north? What's the north? Down there north.
So CSA going right into it. Maybe trying to get some flags. Mass team charge as well. You can't blame CSA here. In this whole process, Union's down half morale stage, and almost at a whole morale stage difference in tickets.
We got this, boys.
So CSA, again, smartly defeating in detail. Union on that side, kind of sitting shooting with some CSA. And CSA, you might as well keep going through here.
Down the road, guys. Down the road. Push down the road.
Hey, you don't shoot that man. You don't shoot that man.
So the slow, methodical death of Union's kind of happening here as Union's starting to fall back. Can't lose those flags. And there goes one for the moment.
Come here, officer.
That's one flag. A lot of Union main spawns moving out. Not a whole much happening on this side. I mean, the CSA has really played a great game. And any second now, Union, or within the next minute, Union is about to drop into breaking. And at that point, CSA can capture it. And we'll move on to Bloody Lane.
Oh, Lord.
CSA just needs to sit and shoot this. They don't need to charge. Good reaction here. At this point, you just need to kind of contain Union over here because you know you're about to hit them in the braking, and you can assume your friendlies are nearby to capture that point. So nice little hold here from CSA. Both sides are going to drop to their next stage very soon.
Fucking 42s, light them the fuck up at their knees, boys.
Flag up.
I got the flag, I got it.
Blast into them, boys. Keep blasting into them.
Keep shooting, boys. That's a target-rich environment. Lay it into them.
Light 'em up, boys. Light 'em up.
him, Bob.
We're gonna break it. We're gonna win this thing.
And now Union's falling back. They got to get on the point. They got to charge. Because you're about to get breaking any second. Or maybe CSA's hoping that or Union's hoping they accidentally early cap.
On the right.
We gotta make a stand.
We're gonna crush. We're gonna kill. We're gonna kill.
It's got to be what they're hoping for.
Kill them till they're dead.
None of the Union team is moving. Nobody's moving to the point. They got to be hoping for an early cap. It's a wager to make. Unfortunately for the Union, CSA is playing this very smart. They're not early capping by accident. Good on these guys here. Though they hit breaking, CSA's collapse. That's going to be the end of our round here. And Union side is very slow to react. I mean, they are charging it over here, but this is going to be our round. Very good CSA win. The map can be biased towards you, but you could still play real well. I mean, Union... Who knows? Maybe they weren't playing to turtle, but in the raw meta sense, turtling would have been the option for Union. I don't know why they didn't take it. They started to, and then they stopped. Maybe they thought they could try something else, catch CSA off guard, but unfortunately that map is too wide open for that to happen. So, yeah, really good job, CSA. It's a rough map for Union, don't get me wrong. Even if Union would have turtled, CSA still could have probably pulled that out in the end. Who knows? But regardless, it was a good round. Now, if you want to talk about a fair map, you could definitely argue that they could give Union some more tickets. Right? You don't need the maps to be a 50-50 win rate. However, they could be around, a 60-40, a 65-35, right? So these maps could definitely be one of those 65-35 maps. And I mean, maybe Union wins more, but one thing that we know, at least from tonight, is that if CSA plays well, they will get a very dominant win, even with this nerf to their tickets, or rather buff to Union tickets. Anyways, we'll see you for round 2. And here we are with our second round, the Bloody Lane. It was a 52% ticket advantage to the Union side. They buffed CSA by 10%, so now it is a 42% advantage. I know, a big change. But alas, we'll see how it changes the map. Union typically on this map, they either group up on the far CSA right, charge right in, try to take the cornfield, and then push center down to the point over here, or Union will push up similarly to the opposite side and hit the CSA far left and do a very similar thing. Now, the weapons on this map, Union has the 8th Ohio with the option of the Springfield 55 and the Springfield 61. They also have the 69th New York with the 42s. Meanwhile, the CSA, on the other hand, they've got the 6th Alabama with the option of the Enfield and the Lorenz, and they have the 14th North Carolina with the option of the Springfield 55, the Enfield, or the Springfield 42. So half of CSA's got bucket ball, half of Union's got bucket ball. It's a beautiful thing. As noted earlier on, each side has swapped. So our Union players last round are now on CSA. They got to defend twice tonight, which we'll see how it goes. It's kind of surprising to see them getting put on 2 maps that are heavily balanced against them, but Union's got 3 flags, it looks like, over here. So it looks like they're mounting the charge on this side. Meanwhile, they have brought a 4th flag over here. It looks like you got these MSG guys and 10th Tennessee maybe trying to act as bait. However, it looks like CSA is kind of not falling for it, as they have a regiment moving over to assist. 10th U.S. moving that way. You also got Corn Brigade, 12th VA trying to hold, and here comes Union. My goodness. Union just has to get a foothold, but they're not bringing up their flags, which I think is a big mistake. Union not bringing up their flags, or they don't want to lose them. Union, though, actually might take this as they get a CSA flag down and are starting to break through. And Union, at least initially, wins 12th VA. Just watch the whole thing happen. And CSA is now down a flag. CSA reinforcements starting to roll down. Union flag spawns are starting to run down, and it looks like those flags are now starting to move down now that Union kind of has a foothold. Question is it going to be enough? 12th VA now kind of sitting there. They're just shooting. One guy's going in. I thought they were going to go up and over, but he went in for glory. Meanwhile, CSA sending their guys over on this side, bringing 2 more flags. Here's those Union flags. And normally Union bringing up those, not bringing up the flags, rather, it doesn't work because CSA can just out-respawn, but it looks like CSA wasn't able to do that. Union, very swift, just slamming in exactly how you want to do an attack. You just don't want to sit on the snake fences. You need to get in there. However, here come the CSA reinforcements.
Look right.
Hey, watch that flag. Don't let them pick that flag up. Shoot that flag.
Get inside. Get inside.
Shoot that flag.
The right.
Picking it up. They're picking it up.
Can you not charge with me?
I got sent him to the side.
They're coming from the right.
Hold the ground, boys. We're winning this. We're winning this. We're winning this. Good fucking shit.
I'm your bullet.
I'm kind of surprised Union won that. And I mean, overall tickets are pretty even as well. And I mean, that's kind of the crazy thing, right? 42% ticket advantage for Union, yet the tickets are even despite the charging. It just shows you how many how many Union the CSA have killed. But Union's got a foothold, and they aren't going to lose that unless CSA mass charges, but CSA is kind of in disarray right now. This was not the start I was expecting. I haven't seen Union just outright win an initial charge on this side in a very long time. And now the Union remaining flag is going to flank from the rear side. Beautiful push here from 10th Tennessee and the MSG guys. They're going to get some flags.
We're here to help. We're here to help. We're here to help. We're here to liberate you.
Knight dropping an officer, 2 flags as well.
Get that flag.
Died on a boat, pals, trying, but he's dying. Meanwhile, that's what? That's 2 CSA flags. Looks like they got the 2 that were over here. But CSA trying to reform the corn. The thing is, they are kind of hidden in that corn. However, if you look just from down here, you can see that CSA flag. And you hear the Union yelling it out. At least you can see what Union's got going down there. It's a fun view down there in the corn, ain't it? But CSA starting to fall back with those 2 flags. You can't do much as that, but wow. What a start to the round. Union slightly ahead on tickets. So far, I mean, the ticket balance of 10% seems to be pretty good. I mean, CSA hasn't won, and so you'd expect them to kind of be down on tickets, but they're not down a whole lot to where they're completely out of it. So that feels good. I'm not going to be recording next week. I almost want to make a tier list for the map balance changes. That'd be interesting. You know, another fun little side thing to do. It'd be interesting to hear feedback from people on that as well. What their thoughts are on it. But CSA losing a flag. They're now down about 1/4 of a stage. And again, every time I see Union do what they just did, they win the match. CSA hasn't been able to ever really claw it back unless Union early caps. But again, you got a lot of time as Union. There's no need to early cap. Union, I think, can cap from this side of the stake fence. It looks like they are based on the rate of that red bar decreasing. But CSA trying to at least form up on the other side of the map. Maybe make a push around the outside here. I mean, Union's going to see you if you go through the corn with your flag. And you kind of need to go with your flags if you're trying to take spots. But, I mean, who knows, right? Union proved me wrong a moment ago. Union actually shifting some guys back up the hill.
I did.
So CSA starting to shift. 12th VA, 30th up high. You see the CSA already shots. Actually, that's something we never looked at. We're at 294. Union's up by 10. Maybe could be a little bit a part of it as well. CSA has 7 on artillery as well, so it's a 17-man infantry imbalance in favor of Union. 15 is kind of at that point where it's too much. It's too much. But, alas, this is the situation they're in. They got to try something. Again, it's like we're watching the last map. It's like we're watching the last map of Cooke's, right? The attacking side just overly aggressive. This was overly aggressive, got the ground that they wanted, and the defender side had a choice: do they want to turtle or at least keep engaging with the opponent? And it's a mix. Also, this seems to have happened. 10th U.S. Iron Brigade pushing up, or at least engaged already for CSA.
Come on, boys, fight for racism.
Meanwhile, you got 12th VA and 30th Ohio moving in as well to assist them. A lot of Unions kind of backed off, though. I mean, you got a fair amount of CSA over here. They need to collapse to help their friendlies, because Union's got overwhelming numbers here.
Break your loads up and over first, Georgia.
So CSA dropped to engage. And Union starting to creep over, maybe trying to sense that they could hit these CSA flags. There's still a fair amount of CSA here.
Hit it down a little bit, 30th. Hit it down. Just slide it. Just slide it right on down that fence line right there. A little bit right there. Right there. About right there. Ball. Give him that bucket ball. Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him in the place. Give it to him. Send them to hell, boys. Send them down. Can I hear a bucket? Can I hear a bucket? A bucket. A bucket. A ball. Let the ball.
Keep up the good work. Pork chop.
Shoot them up. They're going. Shoot them up.
Got one for the call. Target Richard Barnes. Shoot him down.
Brace up.
Say goodbye to your officer.
Say bye-bye.
So Union's starting to slowly but surely take that over. And again, this CSA last round, Union this round, perfection. Now, obviously, even with a slight imbalance of this round, right? They cooked last round, so yeah, you almost wonder if it would have even mattered. I mean, sure, there's that's about even number of guys over here on each side, so I mean, it's rough, right? CSA's outnumbered by a lot of guys infantry-wise. Look at that flag. But they're outnumbered a lot of guys infantry-wise, and so the only shot they have at winning any kind of engagement in general is by grouping up as a whole team, because otherwise you're just probably going to be outnumbered. But CSA hits engaged, Union almost there as well, and unlike the previous map, it's a lot easier for CSA to kind of hide on this map. And they're going in again. That was fast. Looks like they're just popping some shots, though. And running back. But, again, it's a similar thing, right? If Union knows they can keep dealing with ticket loss, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Union's got plenty of time, too. So the rest of this round is going to be very stagnant with what happens. And it all depends on CSA at this point. Union can't really push down the road too much because they would have to go through point. But I also don't think Union's going to do that because, one, they haven't done it yet. And on top of that as well, the Union have the golden position that you want on this map if you're Union. So I don't see why they would want to give it up.
Right side of the 12th, boys.
I mean, we can kind of see what they're chatting. And nice shot, CSA Artie. Your own guys. So it looks like there's a sentiment among CSA to full push left. So they're going to try to hit Union from this side and roll over them here. Which, you know, they tried the direct assault on this Union left side. CSA right. It didn't work. Might as well change up your strategy and try something else. So I like it. I like it. I like it. Will it work? Who knows? We'll find out. But at least they can, you know, try something new. I can appreciate. So I assume they're going to move over eventually. Which it looks like they're starting to. Union's edging cap.
Yeah, they're moving northwest. The right side of the big
I don't
city.
mean to sound rude, but you sound like you like fat women. I'm not gonna lie.
He does, he does. He does, boys. He does.
That's a true bus moment right there. My goodness. These guys got to be, they're edging cap right now. I don't think they intend to. At this point, you might as well try to shoot CSA at least down to taking losses before capping, just so it's a 7-minute counterattack instead of 12. Union hits engage. Depending on the defender's morale stage, the gold timer, or the amount of time you have to hold the point as an attacker, changes, right? If Union would have capped the point right away when CSA was in battle ready, it'd be 20 minutes. If they captured it right now, it'd be 12 minutes to hold to win, and then taking losses 7, breaking, automatic win as we saw last round. Are they really going to cap?
Oh my god, here he goes. The logo. Get off the point. Look, listen. I'm gonna tell you something. The logo. You go in here, you step in here.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so it looks like they got that under control. CSA, though, moving around to this far Union right. Do they intend to push, or do they intend to get into a shootout? That's the question. They're down half a morale stage at this point. As a defender, you want to be up by a third to a half morale stage in order to feel good about yourself. So they need to flip this on its head somehow. But just the way that Union, their team, has kind of played tonight, I don't know how that's going to happen, really, unless Union early caps. But at least for now, CSA is independent firing.
Get the flag!
Get the flag, get the flag.
Do not redeem the hill. Do not redeem the hill.
Southeast, boys.
Shit up, boys! Shit up!
So, again, this is a similar thing to the last round. The ticket changes did not impact the result of what you would normally expect. Oh, rip that, dude. At least CSA hit their enemy this time. CSA, though, starting to inch down this cornfield. I'm pretty sure it's out of bounds in the corn for them. I don't entirely know. PA's got some guys trying to hold this side. If CSA is going to charge, they got to have a full team effort here. You can't go individually, you're outnumbered. But also, if you're spread out going in independently, right, the odds of someone dying and skirmishing it out of line is significantly higher.
Big fan, good man. Drink your milkshake.
And you don't want that. Hello, CSA already. Just missed. So, Union kind of mimicking the CSA here. CSA, though, is still kind of inching their way down. They're getting behind.
New line of fire. Back right from old line. New line of fire. Back right.
New line, ICAR, new line.
Southeast.
Man, if only CSA already was hitting these shots. I mean, the infantry has at least put the our Union infantry in a good place for the CSA already to hit, but they're just not hitting. CSA encroaching a little further. Iron Brigade and 8th Ohio look to be cooking around this side. Trying to encircle Union here. Union's about to hit, or at least force CSA into taking losses. But I mean, are they saying much? Nothing much more. But Union kind of falling back into that sunken lane.
Come on,
Just to get cover here. And just like that, CSA is now the attacking team. Who would have thought the map has flipped? Union's defending the sunken lane. CSA is attacking. It's funny how maps can do this every once in a while. But CSA, unfortunately, as of right now, it doesn't look like their plan is really working. Unions kind of responded pretty decently. And they're now half morale stage. CSA is about to hit taking losses. And again, at this point, CSA's got a turtle. Again, we could just stick the commentary I had over last round and just move it to this round, right? Not a whole lot has changed. It's just a new map with a new kind of a new situation.
We're gonna go behind them. We're gonna go behind them through the corn and up their ass, right? You guys
Roger. Yep, we're gonna hold. Yep, 6 will hold right here. Keep them here. You and Sussy are going up there.
talk, boys.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
If they get around behind us, be ready to shift left.
Yep.
Me, I'm base, have the spread.
So, Union actually kind of fallen back a little bit, at least putting some distance. Maybe they thought they were taking too much of a heat, which it appears that CSA might have caught up a little bit on the tickets, but... You know, it's fascinating. I have my Discord open. I'm looking at the War of Rights Discord, and again, there's another message from someone asking if how to join a locked server. That'd be pretty cool if... Okay, I'll see it in a second. Union's getting a little aggressive over here. Sussy Brigade's pushing this way. And they're kind of going in on their own. TSA it's taking losses. They're not flags in the distance, but this might be what CSA wants. We'll see how it results on the tickets, though.
Pull back.
We're not pussies. Get back on that line.
And kind of a half fallback, half charge in. Now you got more CSA going in. 12th VA gonna slam down on I-Core now, who's assisted. VA's here as well. For Union, anyways. And Union can't lose flags here. Union has done a real good job of taking CSA ground. Hard ground to take at that. Union cannot lose flags and let CSA take this position back. So you got more Union pushing up on this side, actually getting 2 CSA flags in the process. I don't know if that's a down flag or not. It looks like it, but... Nice little charge from the backside here from Colquitt's. You know, Union is down a flag. I was gonna say if someone hits a private server, right? It asks you for a password normally, right? Like, it just pops up. It should say if you want to like join this event or something. It should link to like the War of Rights Discord or the new company tool that they're gonna make. The reason why this game is alive is because of the regimental people, and the developers really have not embraced the regiment side of this community, and have been pretty, in my opinion, rude to it. So, they have to embrace it, because this is I mean, if you just look at the charts for War of Rights, the only reason why the game ever hits the peak that it does is because there's so many private events going on tonight. I mean, I think there's 3 private events going on tonight that, I mean, each get 250 to 300 plus people. So, I mean, honestly, I think all 3 events get around 300-ish. So, I mean, if the events don't happen, then this game looks way more dead. The regiments make this game look more alive than it does. And maybe that's not a great thing to say if you're watching and you're interested in the game, but that's why you should join a regiment. At least most people that I've talked to, including myself, the biggest reason why we've stayed here is because of the community and the people within it. Sure, you're always going to have drama, right? I mean, it's just an eventuality. People are going to disagree on things, and it is what it is. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm still here for that reason anyways. So, which again, it's a really good thing for that being the reason why I mostly enjoy the game, but it's also kind of not at the same time. But anyways, that's again a different time. you can kind of go to the update video that I posted where I did a little yapping. But here's to more yapping and commentary of War of Rights. Half morale stage difference, Union and taking losses. Not much has changed as of late, despite everything we've seen. So, Union's starting to really gather their forces over on this side. But Union's starting to move down, and might as well, right? If CSA is going to put themselves in a position to where you can engage them in close combat, especially if you got Buck and Ball, you can see the 69th New York flag up here, at least for Union. Might as well engage them that way. And, I mean, not a huge push there from Union, but at this point, right, they have such a huge ticket lead that it kind of doesn't matter what Union does. They're just trying to get CSA down to breaking by any means necessary. Meanwhile, you got a good amount of, not a good amount, of tinier force, making sure that point is capped, 10th US. Not a bad idea. You don't want Union to do what CSA did last round and early cap and then, or pre-cap it, and then, you know, just take it right away, which just looks like PA and some I-Corps guys are going to try to contest. Meanwhile, the rest of the CSA is starting to fall back and get near the point because it's the doomsday moment again for them.
Ghosty's joining. He's going to get a bit of a shock, I think.
Move it up, move up, move up. This is what I fucking want.
So, at this point, turtling's out the window for CSA. They're too close to breaking. They just, you know, they just got to fight hard, have a good time, and enjoy the remainder of this round. I mean, the thing is with this map is that CSA just has to hold the sunken lane. They can't lose a charge there. If they lose a charge there once, it's pretty much over for them. There's like a 85-90% chance they lose the round at that point. Not a reason to give up, however. Very difficult to come back from. So, CSA setting up near the point. Union just kind of shooting them down, close to breaking. Charge here would get that to happen. So, CSA kind of backing off. You do have a group on the way over here, doing a little shenanigans. It being Iron Brigade and 2nd Wisconsin. Getting a couple flanks. Man, that looks tragic.
Boys, y'all are all pumped up on the right side of the road. Start spreading out to the left.
Nah, come here, I'm gonna make you white again.
Here, I don't lie.
Get ready to finish this, fellers.
Indeed, it's going to be the Union caps it right off of CSA breaking. It's going to be a shorter night. Looks like the Iron Brigade charged in there. CSA are also moving in around this side as well. I don't think they know their friendlies are engaged in melee here.
Stand a little bit away from the fence so they can't get you, boys.
Stand off the fence.
Oh my goodness, they're missing the point blank shots. Good job. Good job, Finn. You got these CSA guys going out and about. And again, I think they're trying to flank, but they're so far away from the point at this point. It's going to make it a little more difficult for CSA to hold it, which, I mean, we'll see.
Guys on the fence are, please. Good job, pull back.
You are capping, brothers. You are capping.
Now they're starting to go up and over. I mean, they got to go in at this point. It's a similar. It's like we're watching last round. 12th BA, 8th Ohio trying to go in on this front. CSA on this side, they're just sitting there. Union still capping here, and they hit breaking. Union's going to collapse in, and this should be our night. Maybe. I mean, Union just got to run over the point, and that's going to be it. Oh, CSA stopped it. Wow. A little surprising there. Here comes Union, though, moving down from the top. Oh, it's going right back in Union's favor. That was fast. Is it the night? Is it? And it is. So, But yeah, I mean, 2 rounds that really repeated themselves. I think the more important thing from tonight is learning a little bit more about the ticket imbalance changes. And this just showed that it doesn't really matter. I guess the ticket balance changes haven't really mattered, right? If Union or CSA last round can play a very effective match and just charge, be aggressive, then they can do well and win. So I think the ticket imbalance is really only going to come into impact if the attackers make mistakes and are maybe not overly aggressive in these maps, because even before the ticket imbalance change, being conservative in your approach on these maps hurt you a lot as the attacker. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and Clips channel and more in the description. Anyways, I appreciate you all. Could not do this without you, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.